Hello everybody and welcome back to Dr. Ghost Games. If y'all are new to the channel, welcome. I am Dr. Ghost and I make content for the game World of Warships Legends. Today we are going to be in the HMS Iron Duke, Tier 4 British texture battleship. You guys did request this one from yesterday's poll. Should be up on the screen for you guys there. We're also going to be on the map Sea of Fortune, and it's going to be a domination mode. It's actually the shrunken version of the Sea of Fortune for lower tiers. I really like what they've done, so I think the map's pretty cool. You guys let me know in the comments below what you guys think of these kind of newer maps at lower tiers. They just take, basically what they're doing is they're taking the higher tier maps and shrinking them down a bit. I like it. I think it's a good idea. It's finally, you know, a good idea for more gaming for once. No, just kidding. But, no. Just joking, of course. But in all seriousness, in all seriousness, though, I do like it. It's a good addition. Now, real quick, I want to put up on the screen for you guys. Here's the commander build I run on the Iron Duke. There you guys go. We are running good old Andrew Cunningham. Yeah, his abilities are flammable cannoneer, gyrating drill bits, marksmanship, reaching out XXL, and will to rebuild. That's our legendary perk anyway. And yeah, now for the commander inspirations, we're running, of course, we've got Charles Madden. His main inspiration ability is aim and fire, decrease the reload time, and decrease the traverse speed for main batteries. Now the main battery traverse speed is minus 3%, or sorry, is plus 5%, and the main battery reload time is minus 3%. So yeah, not too bad of inspirations right there. Now also we got Paul de Revellon as well. Time is of the essence. This was on yesterday's video, if you guys aren't aware. Quicken the reload time of your battleship's main guns by about minus 6%. So, not too bad at all. These are two inspirations, at least the Paul de Revellon one. I put on a lot of my battleships. That extra reload can come in handy indeed. Now I'm going to go and take away the inspirations for you guys. Now, on my Iron Duke here, I, of course, have aiming systems on. That's like the best option. Decrease the dispersion by about 7%. So, why not? I'm a full-on dispersion build anyway on most of my British battleships, as it already is. Now, notice we're up to 17,000 damage. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about the Iron Duke real fast. Now, the Iron Duke, of course, it's got big 14-inch guns, 356mm, big old naval rifles. These things sling out HE shells, they sling out AP shells out to about 16 kilometers. The fire chance is really high. It's British at the end of the day. Also, the HE damage is also very good as well. The HE on these British battleships and the penetration and the damage is very, very high. So look forward to that in this gameplay. Now, the armor piercing, don't let that fool you. The armor piercing on the Iron Duke and on most British battleships is quite good as well. Your armor piercing can absolutely wreck cruisers mainly because a lot of the British battleships have something called short fuse AP. So yeah. The short fuse AP usually will absolutely wreck cruisers if they go broadside, and you can also wreck battleships too. You know, don't forget that as well. Just because you have, you know, different AP doesn't mean you can't absolutely clap battleship. I've clapped plenty of battleships with my British AP, especially from like ships like Queen Elizabeth or Warspite, which, by the way, we do have videos on the channel in those ships if you guys are interested in that. Now, the armor on the Iron Duke, it's actually pretty good. Now, the bow and stern armor, not the greatest. It's kind of a trade at Tier 4. A lot of the Tier 4 battleships don't have the greatest armor on their bows. However, the belt armor is where this thing really shines. Really, on most British battleships, all the way up till until you get to Vanguard, you have a very decent belt armor. Like, the British have very good belt armor. And Iron Duke is especially the one where it really just starts to shine in the armor department on the belt. The belt armor, yeah, it can ricochet your model shells if the model shells hit in the right angle. You may think I'm crazy when I say that, but it's true. The belt armor, you got about a couple 100mm of belt armor there, and big guns can ricochet right off that belt if it hits at a certain angle. So keep that in mind. Now, armor, it's alright. Deck armor, not the greatest. HE will rip you apart. Superstructure, of course, yeah, it's got, I mean, it doesn't have a whole lot of superstructure compared to like other Tier 4 battleships, but it still is there, and HE will plaster this thing, so look out for that. Now, the speed and maneuverability of the Iron Duke, really not the greatest. Then again, most Tier 4 battleships, except like Congo or Haruna, they don't have very good speed or maneuverability, except like maybe Julio Cesar. That's another really good tier 4 battleship that has good speed maneuverability. It's really all around a great battleship, but today's video is not about that. Yeah, the speed and maneuverability, it's very clunky on the Iron Duke. That's basically all I have to say about that. Not the greatest in the world. It's a dreadnought at the end of the day. Now, the maneuverability for the turrets, oh boy, it's bad. The turret turning time on the Iron Duke's turrets, it's absolutely abysmal. Basically, don't depend on your turrets at all to save your life. The guns themselves are good, but the turret turning time, yeah, it's bad. And this is not just a thing for the Iron Duke. The Orion has really bad turret traverse. The Iron Duke has really bad turret traverse. The Queen, really bad turret traverse. Even, I think, the King George is bad turret traverse. So it's kind of a trait throughout the whole British line. The turret traverse speed, not the greatest on these battleships, usually. Now, of course, our inspiration, we have Charles Madden, so that can help a little bit with that, but then again, it still is really, really bad. I mean, yeah, I basically have to turn my ship to get my turrets on target. So, yeah, enough talk about the turrets, so let's talk about everything else. The secondary batteries on the Iron Duke, they're there, but I don't really know anything about them. I'm never close enough, usually, to ever use the secondaries, because well, this thing really exceeds at range. If you're in a close quarters battle, usually it's because it's your fault or someone's deciding to be like a madman and push you. But yeah, secondaries, I don't know much about them. They're not the greatest, if I had to guess, but they're there if you need them. And final thing is the AA. AA, it's actually pretty good on the Iron Duke. The AA on the Iron Duke is pretty decent. So it can fend off planes pretty well. It's nothing like a Texas or anything, but it is there if you need it. So if you need to fend off planes, it can do that just fine. It does have decent AA. But about that, about pretty much anything else from that, that's about it. There really isn't much to the Iron Duke. It's a 10-gun battleship, just like New York and Texas. And it even has some better armor than those two in some ways. Now, notice in this game, we've been using, or really, I shouldn't even say using, we've been abusing the HE on this thing. I mean, we are up-tiered, so I mean, a lot of angled targets out there, and I've just been absolutely smacking this California around with the HE. And notice that, like, for the first time in this whole game, I'm switching over to AP, because I see a British heavy cruiser, Exeter, out there, and I want to see if I can absolutely smack him. And unfortunately, he's going to be able to get behind the island, so I switch my shot over to the California. Yeah, we take a full shot out there. Hopefully those will do some things. Now, we just hit the 80k damage mark, and by the way, we do have 1 kill, so keep that in mind. Not too bad at all. The Iron Duke, guys, I like it. It's a good battleship. If you guys, you know, are experienced with battleships, you guys can really make this thing work. Just know when to load the right shells, guys. Really, that goes for all British battleships. If you get angled targets, use HE. If you see destroyers, use HE. If you see broadside cruisers, switch over to that AP and smack the crap out of them. Unless you're in like a Queen Elizabeth, a Warspite, or a Vanguard, then AP 80% of the time will do just fine. The 15-inch guns for the British Royal Navy are just, oh, they absolutely just, they clap, let me tell you. But yeah, anyways, guys, we're coming up to the end of this video, but then again, I mean, we're not really done yet. We still have some work to do. We are in a 4v4 situation, and the enemy still has a destroyer. Unfortunately, we lost both of our DDs. That's a bad thing. Mainly because, you know, DDs are, I always say it enough on the channel, but DDs are like the backbone of your team. DDs can, basically, a good DD player can decide the fate of a win or a loss. So, I mean, it's bad that we lost both of our DDs, but nothing much we can really do about that. We gotta make work. We gotta make, you know, whatever we got work right now. So what we're doing here is we're angling to the California, and then I decide to actually switch my guns around. Notice the horrible traverse speed, by the way, on the turrets. But yeah, I noticed the Visby, so I start switching my guns around to him, and he is turning away, which is the right idea. However, we are hopefully gonna be able to absolutely smack him anyway. Oh, unfortunately not. We get 1 incapacitation, and that's about it. Now, we are hopefully gonna be able to dodge these torpedoes. Oh, come on. Oh, unfortunately not. But luckily for us, it's only a pan-European torpedo, so it doesn't do the most amount of damage in the world. Thankfully for that. It does get a flood, though, so we do decide to DC it, and which also does DC the fire. And I turn out again, and, ooh, I almost take the Exeter's torp, too. Now, we shoot our front guns off at the Exeter, and the front guns pull through, getting our second kill, getting a Citadel, bringing our damage up to 112k, and we managed to get our high caliber. And we were trying to go for the double strike there, but unfortunately, the team does yoink it. But it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Nothing we can really do about that. But that's good though. The team is doing what they need to do. I'm glad that he was able to secure that kill there. Now notice we are up to 115,000 damage in a tier 4 battleship in a tier 5 game. Like, yeah. Then again, though, I mean, we have been, like I said, kind of abusing the HE power of this thing. This thing is an HE demon. That's probably what I'm going to call this video. The HE demon of tier 4. But, who knows, maybe. But, no. Don't forget, guys, you guys have good AA, that's true, but you guys have good AEP, too. If you guys get broadside cruisers, like we showed off on that Exeter, for example, the short fuse AP on this thing will absolutely smack the crap out of them. But, on anything else, the HE does just fine too. So keep that in mind. Now, we did manage to get a fire on that Bayern, bringing our fires up to 11. Absolutely nuts. Speaking of fires, the fire did just run out on our ship, thankfully. And yeah, now the only ships left now are of course, the enemy Bayern and the enemy destroyer that was back there that we made basically run away, which is good. Now we are starting to get some more HE downrange, and of course, because we're in an Iron Duke, we get another fire, and we get a bunch of damage too, bringing our damage up to 125k. We got our 12th fire, and yeah, we are just, I don't know how I've not had a Witherer yet. Where's my Witherer game? Like, I have been burning fools down this whole damn match. Oh man, talk about barbecuing these guys, my lord. But, yeah, we start aiming a little bit more forwards. I'm hoping to get another fire, and in which we do. And we also get some pretty good shell hits as well, getting our third kill of the game, bringing our damage up to 132,000. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's basically almost it here. Looks like we might finish off with 132,000 damage. Awesome game to show off on the Iron Duke, I think. And really, guys, if you guys know how to play battleships, you guys know how to switch shells, know how to angle armor, I think you guys will have a good time in the Iron Duke. Just play it at range at the beginning of most matches, and if you see an opportunity to push in, push in. You know what I mean? But yeah. So while we're just sailing around here, I'm going to talk a little bit about the channel. You know, guys, we're getting closer to 1,000 subscribers, and if you guys have made it this far in and you're not already subscribed, please feel free to go do so down below. Help us get closer to that next milestone. And really, it's honestly the most historical milestone for the channel. Hitting 1,000 subscribers is just, it's crazy that that's even coming out of my mouth. That we are actually closing in on that goal. Just a few months ago, guys, we were at 500 subscribers, and not even a few months ago, like 3-4 months ago. So I guess a few months ago, and to think we've came this far, guys, in just a year and a half, 2 years, is just crazy. It's crazy, guys. I can't believe how far this channel has come, and the community that we have here is just awesome. You guys are freaking awesome, and I can't say that enough, and I can't thank you guys enough for the support you guys have just given this channel. And like I said, guys, I'm willing to keep improving my stuff for y'all, and I'm here for y'all. You know, that's what I do, and I love doing it. So yeah. Now basically the only thing we have to do now is just keep pushing forward. You know, I always say that we got to keep moving forwards, and yeah. But I like how I'm taking blind shots at spots I think the destroyer might be. The destroyer cannot win this game on points unless he kills one of our ships, but that ain't gonna happen. So, but yeah, guys, that's about all I have to say. You guys are just freaking awesome, and we are closing on the end of this game here. I'm just waiting for the timer to run out at this point, or the DD to die. But I mean, yeah, he ain't gonna die, unfortunately. So we have to wait the timer out. At this point, I'm just talking so that way I can pass time. But, yeah, so clock is almost out there. Taking another blind shot. That's all I can do at this point. We got about 20 seconds left on the board. Yeah, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in this far. 14 minutes in. Absolutely crazy. Pretty long video. But I hope you all did enjoy it nonetheless. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the end of this video. So yeah, hopefully we can get into the freaking match results now. And there we go. Battle ended, finally. So let's see the results, shall we? And, yeah, we got a victory, of course. 132,000 damage in a Tier 4 British battleship. 2.5k base in a top-tier lobby. But if you guys like the video, like it. If you guys are new, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you guys thought of this video. But anyways, guys, I will see you all tomorrow in Friday's special. Wink, wink. It's going to be a premiere. Hope to see you guys there. But anyways, peace out. Stay healthy, as always.